Welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Great to have you in the studio with Sie. Today's breakfast, I'm already feeling very excited about it. We're talking about having fantastic rice. Hey, look at this. Take a look at this. Whenever we're cooking basmati, I'm always excited because basmati cooks fast and then it's always very tasty. But tell us about today's meal. What are we having for breakfast?
Yeah. Good morning. We're having Chinese rice and shredded beef sauce.
Chinese rice and shredded beef sauce. Yeah. Wow. So that's why we have so many vegetables, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients. What are we making use of?
Okay. This is shredded beef sauce.
Okay.
This is the shredded beef.
Okay.
So I've shredded it already.
Okay.
Then this is the red pepper, red bell pepper,
okay,
plus the yellow bell pepper and the green pepper.
Okay.
Then this carrot.
Okay.
This carrot sometimes is optional. It's not everyone that likes it in shredded beef sauce.
Okay.
Yes. And this onion, this garlic.
Okay.
And this
vegetable
oil.
Okay.
Then this cornstarch, corn flour to thicken the sauce.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the seasoning.
Okay.
And we also have our soy sauce here.
Okay. So, run me through the process. Is this everything we're making use of?
Yes, please.
Okay. What are we going to do? Run me through the process. What's the first thing we need to do?
Then the first thing we need to do is that we need to be boiling the rice on a separate pot.
Okay.
Yes. Then the beef, when you put your pot your fry pan on the fire,
yeah,
you add a little oil in it, not too much.
Okay.
Then you add your onion, you cube it, cut it cube.
Okay.
Then you grate your garlic inside.
Okay.
Leave it to saute for some minutes.
Okay.
Then you pour your beef inside.
Okay.
So you stir it together for some minutes.
Okay.
Because it won't take time for it to done.
Cook. Okay.
Yes, please. Then you cover it there on a lower heat.
Okay.
So after then, you open it. You put your soy sauce in it.
Okay.
So after then, you put your seasoning also, salt to taste it. Then later, you can mix your corn flour on another bowl to mix it with small water. You don't need to pour it direct so that it won't bring lumps. So you mix it with water, then you pour it. So just shake the chicken out. Then your vegetables already shredded and the carrots
as well. Okay.
So those are the things that will go last so that it won't be overdone.
Oh, so they still have that crunchy taste in there?
Yes, please.
Okay. So it looks like a really easy process, and there aren't so many ingredients to actually get you feeling like, okay, where do I start from? Where do I go to? But basically, all of these ingredients, on average, how much would they cost to get?
Because right now, when it comes to carrot, green pepper, these vegetables, they are cheap for now in the market.
These are cheap for now?
Yes,
really? How much did you buy this?
A kilo of these, all this is 800 naira.
Right now?
Yes, please.
Wow, the prices are quite favorable right now. That's interesting. We're going to talk about where you got it because I'm very interested in that. I know green peppers can, and of course bell peppers in general, can be very expensive. Yeah. Okay, so we'll start off with the cooking. We're going to boil the rice first, as she said, and then of course we get all the vegetables ready. So the next time we come to the kitchen, it'll be to show you the entire process, which I'm sure is going to be very easy. We'll move on now because we have a conversation coming up. But before we do so, let's start with our cutting and slicing.
Okay.
Okay, so will this do?
Yes.
There you go. So we'll start with our cutting. See? Here you go. So we can make use of all of this. So we're going to get the rice ready.
Okay. Please, I need a bowl in it.
Yeah, just a moment. So here we go. So we can start boiling the rice. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a very, very simple and easy process. I'm telling you, it's going to be a very simple process. Okie dokie. Welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Chef Abimbola still busy. Hey, chopping things. Me, I'm just, being the sous chef that I am. But as you can see, a lot of work has gone on. She's been slicing up, cutting up, dicing up, doing everything. And we have our rice boiling already. But you know something? It's not just the rice that is boiling on. We also have our meats. This is like pan-searing, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so this is the rice boiling, the basmati rice. So that should be ready soon. And here's the meat. I've been helping with this. So there's not much going on with the meat. It's just for us to allow it to cook a bit, right?
Yes, please.
Afterwards, what are we going to do to it? So it was actually iced. That's why it's taking a bit. As soon as this is done is when we'll start putting in everything else, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so it's just going to be like in a few seconds. So, that's it. You're through with all the cutting?
Yes, please.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I can let you finish up while I observe, which is what I like to do in this kitchen. So tell us what you've put in here. First, we had the oil heated up.
Yes, please.
Then you put in what? Onions?
Onion and garlic.
Garlic.
Yes,
Now, is it a crime? You know, there are some meals that when you put a particular ingredient, it becomes like, you have ruined it. Is it a crime to put in ginger?
Not really, but it's a smell sometimes that people don't really like.
In the sauce?
Yes, yes.
But if you use powder, would it be much of a problem?
But it has to be little.
Why do I feel like Chef Abimbola is like, ditch it. Don't do the ginger or you'll be sorry. Because ginger can have an overpowering taste and aroma as well. So you might want to do away with the ginger because my meals, I like to put 4 things.
Okay.
5. Ginger, garlic, onion, cinnamon, and black pepper.
Okay.
Like, I feel like when I'm cooking, if I don't have those 5, I freak out sometimes. Because I feel like all of them together, they give you taste, they give you aroma, and so much more. Okay, so we'll wait for that to cook. That shouldn't take a long time. It looks like it's coming along nicely.
Yes.
We're deliberately covering it. Normally when you're cooking this, most people don't bother with covering, but we are covering it so as to speed up the process so we can show you exactly how it will go. Now, I rarely see people put onions in basmati. Could you come forward?
Okay.
Is there a reason for that? Why people don't put onions in basmati?
You know, onions has its own taste, and the same thing with basmati too. So when you put onion, I think it's going to kill the
taste
smells of the.
Okay, because when we are boiling rice normally, like regular rice, people put onions, but you hardly see onions or garlic being put in basmati rice. So that's the reason. So it doesn't overpower it, okay? So in case you've been wondering, I believe the meat is just about ready. You want to check it out for us?
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm sure everybody wants to see the process of putting it in. Now let's talk about the ingredients again while you're doing that.
Okay.
What are we making use of? Oh my gosh. Like, it's so hard sometimes to keep a straight face, considering what Mr. Musa says in my ears sometimes.
So, I'm adding the seasoning now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it has to cook before you add the seasoning?
Yes, just a bit.
Oh, just a bit, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, okay. So now the seasoning, there's already salt in it. So in case you're wondering that it's just us using seasoning cube, there's a bit of salt that has gone into it. That's another thing we should have mentioned that we put in. Wow, this is already coming together. Now, some people ditch seasoning cubes when making the Chinese sauce. They'll rather depend on soy sauce, oyster sauce, and the rest. But it does seem to me like when you use seasoning cubes, you get to save on all these other items in case you don't have them. Is that really the case, or this is just your own style of making it?
This is not, because when it comes to cooking, everybody have their own way of cooking it.
Yeah. Like
some now might desire not to put salt. Like when you are cooking white rice, some don't like putting salt in it.
There are some people who don't.
Yes, and some like putting salt. So cooking is very wide. So anyhow you can cook it, that will make it come out well.
That you would enjoy the taste.
Yeah.
Okay. Like people putting sugar in rice, which always blows my mind. Like sugar in rice. You've never experienced that? People actually put sugar in rice, in yam.
That is Indian food. But when it comes to yam.
Or even Indian food is regular.
Yes.
People like sugar too much. Okay, so we'll get on with this. Of course, we're going to put in the vegetables. It's very easy from here on, okay? Yes. The vegetables, the corn flour to thicken it, the turmeric for color, and then it's all together. At the end of the show, of course, you'd see us serve it and eat it. That's the one I like. Eating it. We'll have to take this break because we've reached the top of the hour. 45 minutes more to go right after this. We need you to stay with us. It's Wake Up Nigeria.